Hi everybody, I'm artist Anthony Padgett in my studio, and I just want to talk about one of the questions I get asked when I'm at galleries and studios and exhibitions. It's like, and they say, oh, what do you do? I said, oh, I'm an artist. And they say, do you make a living doing that? And it's like, well, you know, if you were another job, if you were like a doctor, and say, oh, do you make a living being a doctor, or a baker, or do you make a living as a baker? And it's quite, you know, I'm tempted to say, well, that's commercially sensitive information, or, you know, if you need to ask, you don't need to know. But, you know, people somehow feel that they need to ask that question, so it feels like they want to give you a status and a value, or work out, oh, is this person actually worth talking to? Are they interesting? And I don't think they appreciate how demeaning that can feel, you know, because your work might be really good, but you're not selling. And just because you are selling, that doesn't mean your work is actually good. So different people, different value systems, but the main thing is it's actually quite a rude question, you know, to ask, oh, do you make a living doing that? Because if the answer is yes, then great. But if the answer's no, then how do you think the person feels who you're asking that question of? It's just something to think about next time you meet an artist. And if you are an artist, just say, oh, it's commercially sensitive information, or, oh, you're interested in buying something then? Or, oh, I'll talk to my dealer, or, you know, like I say, if you need to know, you don't. If you need to ask, you don't need to know. Or thank you for the question, that's the go-to question, and I'm sorry I'm not going to answer it, but I'm happy to talk about other things, like my artwork, for instance.